What if I told you that this money was over 20 years old? Would you believe me? In today's video, I am going to share with you 5 savings mindset to take on. Thank you so much for joining me here today at Sisters for Financial Independence, where I cover topics related to money, motherhood, and everything else in between. Whether you are a saver, a spender, or somewhere in between, this video is for you so you can work to save more for yourself, for your family, and for your community. The first tip I have for you today is the concept called the age of money. I first heard of this concept through YNAB and that you need a budget book. And the simplest definition is this: age of money shows you how many days on average between earning your money and when you spend it. Many of us earn money and then spend it right away. Many of us borrow money, so oftentimes our money has a very short lifespan. The goal of this concept is to let your money grow old, meaning hold on to your money just a little bit longer so that you are not spending it right away. This does a few things to your finances. When you do this, it means you start creating a buffer from when you get a paycheck to when you spend your money. This ensures that you are not living paycheck to paycheck. You start creating this cushion for yourself and your family when you let your money grow a little bit older from when you get it until when you spend it. Your first goal when it comes to age of money is to let your money grow to at least 30 days old. This means that you have that month's cushion should anything happen. This $100 that I have here is a representation of $100 that I earned when I was in high school over many years ago. I worked concession, I served popcorn. This money is old because I saved it. This money, the representation of it, is currently in an investment account, growing older by the day. Now, if you've ever heard of the term old money, it is because many of these families with old money have earned their money years ago. And because they've been saving it, they've been investing it, it now serves current and hopefully future generations. Now, as an immigrant, I do not have the luxury of old money. So it is up to myself, my husband, and my family to start building that up for ourselves and the future generations of our family. So if this is you, saving and investing for the long term will allow future generations of your family to be able to use money that you're earning today. So it can definitely be hard to hold on to your money, especially in this day and age when everyone is asking you to spend money, when we are at a high inflation rate, when there's so many things coming at us encouraging us to buy. But this is the muscle that you are going to have to exercise so that you hold on to your money just a little bit longer. So putting these dollars under the mattress or in the dresser can be good for short term. At least you have some cash on hand that will create that buffer. But over time, you'll want to be putting your money into places that will grow over time. This can be a savings account, a high yield savings account, or a CD where it earns a little bit of interest. So your money grows over time. You can also put it in the stock market and other investments, again, where it can grow over time. The goal of keeping your money longer is that so you have it for your future self as well as for future generations. Have you heard of this concept before? Let me know in the comments if you are familiar with the age of money concept and if you are holding on to money that you've earned over 20 years ago. The next savings mindset I want you to take on is the save for the sake of saving. Now, this particular lesson was emphasized by Morgan Housel in his New York Times bestselling book, The Psychology of Money. And in that, he states that we all save for a reason, but sometimes we do need to save just for the sake of saving. And here's a quote in regards to this. The biggest lesson here is that you don't need a reason to save. Some people save money for a down payment on a house, a new car, or retirement. That's great, of course, but saving does not require a goal of purchasing something specific. You can just save for saving's sake. And indeed, you should. Everyone should. Only saving for a specific goal makes sense in a predictable world, but ours isn't. Saving is a hedge against life's inevitable ability to surprise the hell out of you at the worst possible moment. On the same lines as this mindset is the fact that you work hard for your money. You may face customers that are not so nice. You respond to managers that have no clue what's going on. You're on your feet all day. You're dealing with patients. You put so much effort into earning a paycheck. So it's time to get intentional about what you are spending your money on. Don't give away your money so easily. $5 here, $10 there. All of this adds up. And oftentimes, if you look around your house, you will likely see a bunch of clutter. So spend your money wisely. Save it instead of spending it. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you need to spend it. Every business out there wants your money. There's a reason ads are everywhere. There's a reason your inbox is full of promotional emails. You need to get mindful and intentional about where and how you're spending your money. Every business out there should be earning your money. You are in control. Don't give away your money to places that have mediocre service, that have bad food, that have bad quality products. Make sure the businesses out there earn your hard-earned money. It's so easy for us to default to spending. We're busy, we're tired, and it's easy to click on a button and have something arrive at our door. But the more we do that, the more we spend on things that we don't need. So consider instead default to saving. And the one way you can do this is to use the power of automation. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. Do it once a week, do it bi-weekly or monthly, but make that process automatic so you don't have to think about it. Once you set this automatic process, leave it alone. Let the money transfer, let it accumulate in your savings account. And because this money is going to be out of sight, that you're not going to see it often in your checking account, you are less likely to spend it, and thus allowing you to accumulate more in your savings. The next tip I have for you is to think about yourself and make your future life easier. Money makes life easier. The point of saving today is to make life easier for your future self, whether that's future you tomorrow or future you in a year from now. When you save for a car repair, you've basically told your future self, don't worry, I got this. When you save for a vacation, you've allowed future you to enjoy the holiday, sip drinks without worrying about debt. When you save for your future retirement, you basically have told older you that, hey, I got this. You don't have to work. You can rest. You can play with grandchildren. You can do all of these things. Don't think of saving money as a chore. Think of it as gifting your future self freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom from anxiety, freedom from money stress. If we can just alleviate our stress in the future, that will be a big deal. Saving really boils down to giving up some stuff today for tomorrow. When you do this, you free yourself from having to maintain or worry about something in the present. Every decision you make not to buy something today is an opportunity for something else in the future. So think wisely, plan ahead, and attach the fact that saving today means making your life easier tomorrow. The next tip I have for you when it comes to growing your saving mindset is the fact that you need to dream bigger and better. Being a saver doesn't mean not spending money. It means prioritizing and dreaming for the bigger and better things in life. And you can define what those dreams are. Sit down and figure out what you want out of life. The tip number 2 that I shared, save for the sake of saving, will work for some people. But if you are not a natural saver or are not naturally frugal, you will need an anchor so that you have a goal to run towards. This is where it's critical to plan for your money. Plan for the life that you want. What are those dreams look like? Make it big, make it better. Think in terms of lifespan. You have a finite amount of time with your money. What do you want to do with it? The future may seem far, but it will be here before you know it. Money facilitates all the things you want out of life. I would venture to guess that your dream is not just to pay bills, get the latest iPhone, buy whatever Target is selling you. You have bigger dreams than that. Saving and spending is a heavy pendulum that swings back and forth. If you don't know what you want out of life, it can be possible to spend too much time in the spend zone or too much time in the save zone. A part of flexing your saving muscle is to also understand how you can spend money in a way that is fulfilling today. So figure out what those things are as you move into your 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. Your dreams will change, but you need to sit down and figure those out. There's a fine line when it comes to saving and spending. You don't want to grow old without money, but you don't want to grow old with too much money and not enough time and energy. You need to find that balance. The final tip I have for you is a practical tip, and that is to optimize your savings rate. Savings rate is a little formula that you will use to calculate how much you are saving out of your income. Here is how you're going to calculate your savings rate. You add up all of your savings, which includes investments into retirement accounts, maybe brokerage accounts, plus savings to a high yield savings account or CDs, and divide that over your income after taxes. Now, your goal will be to improve your savings rate year by year. And your goal is just to make sure that your savings rate has a upward trend line so that you are putting more money away for future you. The U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis tracks the personal savings rate in the US, and over the past few months, it is around 4 to 5%. So you can use that as your guide. You want to improve over that number. But if you really want to reach financial independence faster, meaning you have enough funds in accounts spread across that you can live off of, you will need to save a little bit higher. The Certified Financial Planner Board recommends different savings rates based on when you start saving. And this is where saving early really matters. So if you are before age 32, they recommend that you save 10 to 12% of your gross income. If you are age 40 or older, they recommend 20 to 25% of your gross income. A part of this calculation assumes that you have been making contributions to savings and investment since your first day of employment. Now, if you graduated and are saddled with student loan debt or other debt, the saving may be difficult to do. So you still want to prioritize paying off high interest debt, but also saving and investing at the same time. Yes, it will be a lot of work, but you want to start early because as you work on improving your saving muscle, it means in the later years, it'll be easier to save. You'll note that if you are older, the recommended savings rate is going to be higher because you do need to catch up. The power of compound interest, which is what allows your money to grow, benefits those who start earlier in their career. If you start putting money early on, right after you enter your first employment out of college, you have the benefit of time to help your money grow faster. It's really important to practice the muscle of saving and investing because doing so much later in life will be more difficult as many things will compete for your time, your money, your energy, and your resources. It is super important that you know your savings rate and that you work to improve your savings rate year by year. The savings rate is arguably one of the most important components of your financial plan because it is what you have the most control over. Unfortunately, you have little control over how much the market returns or how long you'll live, but you can control how much you earn, how much you spend, and how much you save. If you are not able to save as much and you've cut as much as you can, then you need to increase your income by increasing your skills and your marketability. I hope this video has encouraged you to keep your money a little bit longer. You don't have to spend it just because you have it. Focus on increasing your savings rate. Focus on really making sure that you have money for future you. If you need more tips to help you with investments, our investment series just started. You can check out this full playlist, which will be updated on a weekly basis as new videos come out related to investing. If you're still working on your budget and want to create that buffer room, this video will help you as it contains 15 tips to help you master your budget a little bit better. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!